divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Jets. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys are playing extremely well, 8-2 over their last 10. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here.
Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab a the key to the
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Tua. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this crew against the Pats, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Now Tua. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Omarion Hampton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Again, it's Hampton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Trying to run for it with Hampton. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And to find the open man. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down. There's a nice move. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another Chargers.
He'll drop to throw. Shakir holds it in. And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Back to throw here. Touchdown!
Khalil Shakir
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The New York set to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Down the sideline he goes.
Well, he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Call again on 2nd down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Tua going to run the sneak.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Chargers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to push his way through. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right?
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 94 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hampton. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up a throw. This is caught by McMillan. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Boy, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one complete to McConkey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the 30 as they stop him right around the 1.
2-yard pickup.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
19 Chargers, 19 Chargers.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Hampton. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
They will run for it with Hampton.
And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. Dances by him. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Let's go now. 18 Rattlers.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
To the right side, hauled in by McMillan.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 3.
Completes to Shakir once again.
Back-to-back receptions for him. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll look to throw here.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chargers offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we enter the final week into the season, you can see his name right up there atop the league in terms of touchdown receptions this year.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic. I think it was that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
To the left side, he's got McMillan.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
From the 20, here's second down and 8.
This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 19 yards away.
And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's second and 10.
Here's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. At the 46-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Tua going to throw.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Kenneth Grant gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Throwing on second and long. Tua under pressure. They got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change in possession here on the punt.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The LA offense ready for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And quickly, they get to the line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
2nd and 1. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Will McDonald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll drop the throw. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New York set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Down the left sideline, Breece Hall. He's to the 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And as we enter the final slate of games of the regular season, he's trying to hold on and capture the crown as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Chargers.
They'll look to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. Oh, no, he lost the football. And get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and...
He's got a man complete. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now. Teams get a big lead, they go into coaster mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Gain of 7. First down, Chargers.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a second and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Hampton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Just need a yard here. Second and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the Jets now down by 10, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here comes second down at 5. Tua. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10. Complete on a crosser to Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Tua. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll come up now on second down. Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Throwing Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This is first and 10.
All right.
Tagovailoa. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final try for Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really